let me go ahead and start recording. And let me see, 6:05, perfect. All right, 3, 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my weekly Forex analysis. You know why I'm here. It's your boy ABK, and let's go ahead and just get this thing started. So, first and foremost, we are going to start off with fundamental analysis. You guys know I like going over just the fundamentals to see if there are any type of opportunities where I can see that, price could act very volatile and very strange here. And so this would be part of my explanation, right? Because I do know that when you have high impact news, that the markets can be volatile and it can be very weird how the markets move. So just something that I like to do. But so let's go ahead and look over this. All we have is Wednesday and Friday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Australian dollar employment change and unemployment rate. And Friday, 2:30 a.m. you have the euro with German flash manufacturing PMI. So you just gotta watch out for those two news events, and that should be about it for high impact news. Now, of course, you could obviously see very much random high impact news going on, and that could just be about just about anything, So just always gotta be careful, That's why stop losses are important. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this recent stuff right here, and I'll talk about them once I get there. So and let me actually make this full screen. So if I'm not mistaken, on Thursday when I just did my extra analysis that I usually do, I had mentioned that I wanted to see price come up and reject off of this 61.8 fib, which is in this buy box in general, and for price to push back down before it continues to the upside. I'm not crazy over this formation here, because this just makes me think that price is going to keep falling when you have a very bullish engulfing candle, then you have a doji, and then you have a bearish engulfing candle that's engulfing this doji right here. On the daily, that's not really a confident sign for me to say that I think that this is going to be bullish, because that just looks like an evening star that price is just going to start to continue falling, right? However, just looking at the weekly time, looking at the weekly time frame, looking at the weekly time frame, when I see this wick to the upside, this is actually really scaring me to say that, maybe this isn't gonna really go into a buy. Maybe this is gonna keep falling to the downside. Let me get this out of here real quick. Wait, before I do that, let me make sure nobody can annotate on my screen. And so again, when I'm seeing this candle right here, this looks like it's not necessarily a shooting star, but it's definitely not a candlestick that I would want to try and buy up against. However, I did mention this on my extra analysis that I did, when I said that, I liked how price ended up coming down, pushing up, and then coming even lower to fake out sellers, and then price pushed up. Okay, I'm gonna apparently need this, and let me make sure that this is awesome. It's not. Ooh, hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then a retest, and then a continuation. That's what I was wanting. This is what I wanted to see, and this is still what I want. I expect to see on the US dollar, right? I wanted to come in respect inside my buy box right here. Get my buy box, and once I get that buy box, I want to see price continue to the upside to 91.481. Now, I'm not necessarily, again, with how I saw the daily time frame and the candlestick pattern that I saw on the daily time frame, I'm really not that crazy over the buys on the US dollar. When you talk about USD CAD, USD JPY, whatever, I'm not crazy over those buys. I'm actually thinking that the DXY is just going to continue falling. However, I did say that, I did mention that, hey, I wanted this to break. I wanted this bearish structure to break and get a retest, which is basically what this is doing, and then continue to the upside. And so that's what I gotta play it. That's what I mean, even all this is going on right here. Even if you were to buy right here instead of the 71% fib, I won't hold it against you. But just make sure, like I said, in this buy box, anywhere in here is where I'll be looking for buys. And under these lows, I mean, if this is the only time that I'm gonna get a chance to really swing Euro USD. And if it goes to the other side, then I'm wrong, and it's not gonna turn around. That's just how I'm looking at it at this point. But we do have to identify that this is definitely a counter trend trade, because on the weekly time frame, as you can see, it is very much bearish, very bearish. So just be careful with that. Daily time frame, price broke through this bear structure that was right here, push it upside. You could consider, I guess, this a retest, but it's just be careful. That's all I can say, because it could definitely just continue falling, like I mentioned. So that's for the DXY. Let's go on over to arbitrage real quick. Daily time frame is still very much bearish. 4-hour time frame, it did call for a SPY, but it looked like it might start calling for a sell. But this blue line that's right here has to cross through the RSI line. The blue line is the sorry, I always forget the name of it, the compass. The blue line is the compass line. It has to cross through this RSI line, which is the black line, for it to start actually giving you this sell. And I mean, even for the 4-hour right now, everything is still pointing to the downside. It's looked like it might be curving up, but you might not be too sure. So again, with these buys that I'm about to like me filling this buy on the DXY, it might be too early, right? But again, you might want to just be patient, because even the 1-hour time frame, it just called for a sell right up here. So at this point, everything is bearish. You might want to wait for a couple confirmations. Hey, I'll set up this 30-minute time frame. Let's see if we can get a buy, and maybe we'll get an opportunity today. But as of right now, you can play this one of two ways. You can be safe and wait for arbitrage, for me to send out a text out there if I get an alert, if I'm awake. If I'm not awake, then I'm just gonna be like, oh well, I missed the alert. But overall, this is probably most likely what I would want to see on the DXY for it to continue to the upside. So yeah, DXY, as far as I know, and as far as what I'm looking for this to continue going bullish. If there is volume that I could trace, then I would, but I can't. Let me actually add something here real quick. Ooh. I just like having the 50 EMA on my chart. It's a good moving average, in my opinion. Okay. Price is under. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with this. Let's go on over to EURUSD and see what the opposite of this is looking like. I'm pretty sure it's bullish. All right. So, I had mentioned that I wanted to see price go bullish indeed. I had missed an opportunity to actually buy this up, so kind of mad at myself for that, but not really. Peyton also, I remember telling you guys that Peyton last week, he was looking for these buys. Price came into his area, his 61.8, and pushed to the upside. Right now, I'd probably make sure that you have stop loss at break even, if you remember what I mentioned about this on Thursday. But let's go ahead and get this deleted, because this is what I was looking at. There we go. And then I think I have a rectangle here. No, I don't. Okay. So I was looking for price to push up and then push to the downside. I'm glad I haven't gone into anything, because if I did, I'd be in drawdown. So right now, what I'm really looking for on the DXY, on EURUSD, is for it to respect this zone or show me some type of price action that's telling me to sell. I'm not gonna just hop in right now, because if I were to have hopped in just when price came to the 71%, then I would have been in drawdown, right? So I'm waiting to see what happens. Maybe I'm gonna put like half of my total position here at the 78.6. It could be risky though, because again, like I mentioned on the DXY, this like this right here, I see this bearish candle, doji. It's not really a doji, but it kind of looks like one, and then a bullish engulfing. I kind of think that this is going to keep going to the upside. So it's not necessarily catching a top per se, but it's not like the best move, because I also see, there we go, and I think I had this up last week. I don't know if I deleted it or not. I also see that price could just literally come up and grab liquidity up here, and if I go ahead and add where the point of control is at, the point of control, back it up, point of control is all the way down here at 1.8160, but that's on a high time frame, on the daily time frame, which is what I'm looking for these swings. Hopefully I get some good swings that could last about like a week, maybe 2 weeks, but regardless, I'm seeing that on the 1 hour time frame, the POC is the point of control is all the way down here, which is a good sign, because this would be an area where I'm definitely putting my stop loss at break even. And guys, like I said, I was already planning this trade. I was already in the mindset that, I'm gonna try to get into this. So again, I might add a position right up over here, like half of whatever I'm trying to risk. I'm probably gonna try to risk like about 2% on this trade. Let me see. I don't know why it always changes. Ooh, that is not what I wanted. Let me see. So, whatever. So it's kind of risky, and I like that when there was like a decent amount of volume here, but there was really big volume on these bearish candles, which was news, and then this pushed price down, and then even when it climb up, there wasn't really that much high volume either. It was a little bit above average, but it wasn't super high. So again, I am getting to this trade. It's kind of, only reason why I'm saying it's kind of risky is because of how I saw the daily candles. The daily candles were not appealing to me for me to really get into I'm dropping a whole 2% type of thing, or dropping a whole 1%. I'm not even going to risk 1% on this. I'm going to wait to get better confirmations for me to get into this so that I could take it to the next low. This is a pretty decent, it's not even that crazy, air quotes, of a swing trade. It'll take a couple of days, but this is something that I would really watch for. And again, I could definitely see the possibility of price literally stopping us out, going a little bit higher, dropping back down, then continuing to fall. It's very possible. It's very likely. So just gonna be patient, kind of, with it. Make your decision. I'll probably have to make my decision. I'm gonna get into this after my session. So that 950, bro. That 950 is epic. You don't even know. That 950 EMA is hardcore. I'm just playing around, guys. All right, so let's go on over to arbitrage real quick. 30-minute time frame. It's kind of the same thing as with the DXY. TBH, man. To be honest, I don't really know if I want to set an alert for the 30-minute for me to play out off of, because I like the 1 hour. The 1 hour, you get less of them when they play out more, versus if you get the 30-minute, like you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different. I want to play off the 1 hour. So I'm gonna be patient and wait for the 1 hour to set up for me off of arbitrage. 4 hour time frame. Same thing as with the DXY. It's calling for a sell, but it's crossed over the RSI line, and I really don't like seeing it over the upper danger zone. If it was just chilling here, then maybe I'll take a poke at it and then put my stop loss like something like probably I'd be out the trade by now, just to be careful and wait for a possible re-entry at a different time, you know? So what I'm really, like I said, what I'm really looking for on EU, I really would love for this to turn around. I mean, if it doesn't, then it is what it is. And the daily time frame, yeah, like I said, with EU, it's a little too risky to try to get into a sell. If you would like, you can get into this. I would highly recommend that you don't pull your that you don't put your full risk. I would recommend that if you are looking to like try to get your full risk in, if price does this, then absolutely by all means, stops out those who are selling, comes back down, retraces, and then continues. Then like right if price comes back in, then yes, absolutely go ahead and put your full entry in. But right here, I would say put like even a quarter of your entry, not even half, because again, it's just really too risky. I'm probably not gonna play it, to be honest with you, and I'm gonna wait for this actually. Now that I'm really looking at it, if I'm gonna play this type of move, then it would have to be like this. It's just too risky. There's a lot of signs that are saying that the DXY can point to the upside, but let's see, you know. Okay, AUDUSD. I kind of have the same thing where price push down, retest, continuation. I'm gonna let me go into the weekly time frame real quick. These equal highs over here. Price still has not even came close to touching them. Dang, it's wild to me. Okay, I'm actually gonna hide my drawing so I can see the weekly candle real quick. Weekly candle doesn't look anything that crazy to me. Price made a high, it couldn't maintain it, came back down. Not a higher high, but it just made a high. Ooh, that daily bounce right off of the 50. Same thing, I do not like seeing this type of candlestick pattern, but this bearish engulfing candle is crazy. I just don't like seeing, after this doji, another a bullish engulfing candle right after it. And off of the 50 EMA, where last time it bounced off of, it went low-key bonkers. Like, nah, fam. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see something. Nah, I don't like this, man. 4-hour time frame prices barely just crossing through that. Let me see what I have. Yeah, this is same thing what I have, and it's all started from this sell box that was up here. That's just for this, like, the overall move. I'm looking, I would want this move to happen. I just don't like it, and I don't want to trade AU. Volume decrease, well, it's kind of picking up. No, well, not kind of, actually it's dropping. Yeah, I mean, I would have to see when price gets up there what's good. I don't know why this alert's so high. Yeah, I'll just have to see when price gets over there what's good. But other than that, that's all I could really see on AUDUSD, and I don't even like it. So I'm probably not even gonna trade it. CVH 4-hour time frame caught for the sell all the way down there. I would not have taken that sell ever. Got the retest continuation. Maybe that may be the play right there, and if it is, then I'm gonna miss it, because again, I don't really care for AUDUSD regardless. It's just extremely bullish, and then it might make a push down, but it's not too sure. 1-hour time frame called for the buy on Friday. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off of AU, honestly speaking. There's nothing for me here. USHF. Oh, but excuse me. All right, so USHF, loved the bullish move that it made last week. We benefited off of that. Beautiful. I wanted this retracement. Price did exactly that. With the volume decreasing from this move, I want to see price continue to the upside. It's the same thing as with EURUSD, though. It is a little risky because of how the DXY is looking. The DXY could potentially still fall. Therefore, it is a risky move. Price is under the 50 EMA, which is somewhat expected in this type of trade. 4-hour time frame, very much looking bearish over here at the buy box. It could definitely go bullish, but I want to see some more price action. 4-hour price action is definitely not in my favor. Daily time frame, forget about it. Like, these two candles are not in my favor for the buy. So, you know, like I said, I kind of maybe, I like what I'm seeing here, although this is only the beginning of the market open, so it's kind of like, oh, do you really want to try to buy it right now? Kind of. To be quite honest with you, kind of. I was looking for 4-hour. This is not what I was looking for. I think it was on daily then. No. What was I looking at that for? Anyways, weekly is still calling a buy, and it could take like another couple of weeks before that happens. Before it drops, and price is rejecting off of the weekly lower danger zone. This might be a trade I'm willing to risk. And I like this 4-hour candle that's printing. It's because it's just the beat that I'm listening to. It matched up with. Anyways, so USDCHF, like I said, I do. Let me come over on the weekly to show you guys what I'm saying. So on the weekly, I really like how price is just chilling. Let me get rid of this right here. There. I really like how price is just chilling at this upper danger zone. And lower danger zone. And if it did go any lower, that's when I'll be like, I'm out the trade type of thing. So with USDCHF, I am going to get into this buy right now. Although these are not confirmed any longer, at least. So that's something that I will be watching for. Same thing with this, very much bearish. So you want to be careful with that. I like this 4-hour candle that's printing out. It's a green candle. It's a good sign for me. Although price is bearish and it is under the RSI line. And all that would need to happen is for this to like cross through, for me to be like, okay, I'm probably gonna get out like right here-ish. But I'm putting my stop loss at this low. So with that being said, 30-minute time frame. Let me just make sure for arbitrage users, if you want to be safer, and same thing, I'll put this up here for those in my channel. Arbitrage, what's per bar close, create. I'll set up the 30-minute time frame for y'all, and there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this trade. And it's again guys, it's the same thing as EU. You just have to make that decision, despite there are a lot being against you. But based off of the moves that happened last week when this went bullish, I like how that went. I really do. So I want to see this continue going up to the upside. And same thing, you could play this the same way how I'm probably gonna play EU. Place half of your position or a quarter of your position. Wait for some more price action to happen. Maybe get a stop into the downside. Maybe look for a Wyckoff. Whatever you look for it right here, and then get in at that point. Use arbitrage alert that I might give out the back. Hey, this is going bullish. You know, there's different ways that you could try to get into this, but I like the buys overall. And if price just falls under here and it keeps dropping, I do have an alert set here, which is for a swing. But then if price goes to down here, I'm probably not going to buy for a little bit. I'm going to be really patient, because if price does end up dropping here, most likely that means that the US dollar fell. All right, S&P. I saw this like right when the market was closing, and I'm like, I don't want to get into this. And I really still kind of don't. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete all this so I can just redo it. So S&P dropped heavy on the 10th. On the 10th, it just dropped mad hardcore, and then it started to retrace like on the 13th, right? Today's the 14th. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Anyways, that's kind of weird. Oh wait, no, today's the 16th. I was like, there definitely is not the 14th. Anyways, I was saying from this drop, especially with the volume and how the volume picked up over here versus where the volume was doing for the past couple of weeks on the 4-hour time frame, this might be a valid sell. I don't know, the way how price, even when price was increasing with the volume, naturally it's gonna do that because you just gotta think about it. When the opening bell happens, volatility kicks in the market. So that's something that I wasn't not excited to see about. Oh, I just don't like seeing how much of it there was, and then the push to the upside was really like after like, oh, this I don't consider it super like. Let me go to the 1-hour time frame actually. Not for 4-hour. I wouldn't consider this tweezers or bottoms by any means, but when you come over here, you get a doji and price just planet like that, then can't push it to the upside. It's kind of interesting, you know. So personally, I do see a possible sell here with S&P, and if the DXY falls, then hey, this will fall. I mean, let's take a look at the VIX. I don't even know why I didn't look at the VIX. My apologies. There we go. Boom. So the VIX, same thing that I was mentioning. I wanted to see the VIX fall to these lows right here. Okay, no volume on the VIX. That's cool. And so now I'm looking for buys on the VIX. It popped, retraced. It could be another one of those cases like this where it pops, retrace, and then pops up, or then it could be a pop, make a higher high, retrace, try to buy right here, then price keeps falling. It could be that, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my chance. I like the chances because this is what I wanted to see on the VIX and take it to the upside. Maybe I'll take lowered risk because this is my first time really on my own, at least, using the volatility index to try and trade S&P. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Where is, there you are. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I would like to have gotten on this candle, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this sell. And I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna panic it out. If I take the L, then it's going to make higher highs. It's as simple as that. I like the risk to reward. I'm going to go ahead and risk 2% of my account on this trade, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, let's take it to these lower lows. I'll probably take like half of my profits right here. But yeah, let's see what S&P does. I like this opportunity, and if I lose, then it's worth the shot because I really did wait for, like, well, before I switched my buys to a sell because I was trying to buy it. But even the buys, I was like, I'm not crazy over them. I waited for this move, and I'm like, okay, let's see how it does. Same thing with US30. Basically the same move. I'm not playing it, but it's literally the same thing, basically. So it's like, you can get in it, question mark. Stop loss above these highs. If price does come up here, it's just gonna keep making higher highs. You could I'll probably demo this just cause. So yeah, same thing basically. I gotta put this on blue. NASDAQ. This I could have got into. I am so upset that I didn't get into this. This one hurt me a looky. Anyways, let me see if there's anything that's really. Yeah, this is the only thing I'm not really crazy over the NASDAQ is that from this low to this high, price really rejected off of this buy box. That's really the one thing that I am not messing with. I remember I drew this on Monday, or was it on Tuesday? Oops, sorry. So NASDAQ, I'm not touching it. I'm not going near it. It's kind of the same idea though, from these highs, if you will, if you want to. That's probably the only thing that you could play really. From these highs to these lows, the retracement to the 71% at 13,567. That'd probably be the only thing that I could play off of the NASDAQ. But again, I'm not playing it, especially with me seeing this buy box right here. Definitely not trying to play that. So you would be on your own on the NASDAQ. All right, let's take a look at tacos. I took the L on this, and I feel like it's about to just do me dirty right now. So I took this L, took a 125 pip stop loss, lost about like, I forgot even how much I lost, to be honest with you. Alright, so what I could definitely see possibly happening, although I don't, let's see, well, first of all, let me go ahead and draw this out. This could have been a stop hunt to the downside, which is what is really feeling like to me. That price came and grabbed this, gave me that, came and grabbed this. We're good now. Price push up to the upside. Retrace, continue to the upside. Type of vibe. It's either going to drop down here to give me a possible entry again to go up, or it's going to do something like this. Which the latter is more safer, to be quite honest. But I really do think that price is just like not gonna keep falling. But I could be totally wrong about it, because again, the DXY, the way how it's looking, it's kind of suspect. But if price comes down here, this is probably gonna be like my best chance, either with this move, or if this doesn't give me this at all, and it just goes bullish, retraces, that continues. Either one of those moves, I'll take them honestly. So if I can make that more clear, 15-minute time frame. Oops. I love how this 15-minute. Oh yeah, I love how this 15-minute happened. I'm definitely probably gonna play it. So that's the high. Oops. Get that retracement back to the 71%. So that's at 19.79200 basically. And take that push to the upside, which will then most likely in turn out to being like this, where this retraces, comes to like this, back to this area, or back to over here. I doubt over here, but probably back to this area down here. Then continue to the upside. That's what I would love to see. That's what I would love to see happen. I'm not saying that that is gonna happen, but if it does, I have to play it. So with that being said, that is what I would love on USD Mexican. Let's go on over to arbitrage. Oh, I'd even look at arbitrage on the US indices, but that's cool. 30-minute time frame already calling for a sell. For a buy. That's solid. 1 hour time frame, it's kind of setting up for a buy. I like that, so I'm gonna be watching this. Set the alert. Create. 4 hour called for this sell. If anything, I would still need the retracement. So by the time that happens, my stop loss will be at break even, if I get my kind of setup that I want. And yeah, that's cool. So 30-minute time frame. Let me go ahead and set this alert up, because I definitely would rather this. But arbitrage, I know it could definitely come and break through this 50 EMA on the 30-minute and keep going. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. Only once, create. All right. Let's go on over to Mr. Gold. Man, I'm glad I deleted this order, because I had a sell limit over here. I would have got eaten alive. So with gold, I had mentioned last week that I would have wanted to get into a possible buy if I would have seen gold do this, right? push to the upside, come to 1792, continue to the upside. Didn't happen. Price is making higher highs. It is what it is. I'm waiting on gold though. On a daily time frame. I like that. I want to see what gold is going to do at this trend line right here, to see if it's really going to give some type of interactions that's saying that, oh, it's a confirmed trend. I'm going to start going bearish, especially with where it's at this resistance, where it's at right now. So yeah, I'm just being patient on gold. I don't really want to even try to trade it right now. It's not for me at this point, especially with it just going bullish. I mean, I'm not going to tell you, oh, buy right here or oh, sell right here, because price could definitely still keep pushing up. You know, it's like it's making higher highs, but I don't want to tell you to buy. That's just not me. So I'm gonna have to wait. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. Been called for the buy. Dang, this was perfect. Break, retest, continuation. The sell on the 4 hour. I'm glad I didn't get in that. I'm surprised. Oh, it's probably gonna call it exit right after this candle closes. Daily, very much bullish from when I mentioned it like how many weeks ago. And weekly, it's about to start turning around for the buy. And once it does that, then yeah, gold is probably gonna. Hey, maybe gold might make higher highs. Who knows? So, but yeah, for now, I'm leaving gold alone. All right, let's look at these cryptocurrencies. So I had just did a quick markup. Well, it's kind of the same thing as what I had marked up on my charts during the weekend on my channel, and for what I sent out. But like, I'm just like I've been saying, I'm not really comfortable trying to buy these cryptocurrencies right now. But if it's gonna leave these candles to the downside like this on the 4 hour, which closes in a couple of minutes, I might change my mind. But this volume is really high, and price is like, I don't know. I would have rather preferred to see price come down to 42,000 and do this. So if I'm gonna buy it, then I'm gonna have to really wait for 42,000, because that's actually where I was looking to even get in to start dollar cost averaging and seeing what could happen. And you know, for all we know, it could have been that price came to this support and is rejecting. I don't like it, but I don't have to like it. It can reject off of here. It's just kind of like the 50% fib. And it could also be that, hey, this liquidity that I mentioned, that price could be coming to grab before pushing to the upside, retesting and continuing to the upside. That could be it as well. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to be patient. I have to until I get better signs to tell me that I'm going to get into a buy or a sell. Who knows? I do know that on the 1 hour time frame, it's extremely bearish right now. 4 hour time frame, definitely bearish. Daily, same thing, definitely bearish. Okay, so it's came to this third deviation, and it still looks like it's pointing down, that it might want to keep going lower. So I'm not feeling it. This weekly candle closes at 12 minutes. If it closes like this, that'd be interesting, because again, it could very much hold right here. And if Bitcoin holds at this support right here, as much as I wouldn't care for it, it's valid, you know. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the last time. Yep, this is the last time it made higher highs, and you know, it didn't even make any type of double top before it pushed to the downside. So who knows, man? Like I'm saying, I don't really think that this is the end of the bull run, but I also am not crazy over trying to buy right here. So that is with Bitcoin. Let me actually go ahead and take a look at what the fear and greed index is looking like right now. I'm pretty sure fear is in the air. People are selling because they are scared. $20. Yesterday it was 27. Extreme fear. Yep. People are scared, guys, and this is when you want to do the opposite of what everybody's doing. Next update is going to happen in 11 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever. Before I get off this call, I'll go ahead and check back over here. But when you're seeing that the market, there's extreme fear in everybody, and imagine price hasn't even dropped below $40,000. So imagine if the extreme fear is 20 right now. Imagine what it's gonna look like if price drops below 40,000 or price drops below 35,000. Imagine how much fear is gonna be in the market. That's when you want to start dollar cost averaging and start to be like, yo, the next bull run, when everybody's taking their money out the market, that's when price is gonna go even higher on the next bull run. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I'm saying, hey, maybe start looking at dollar cost averaging. But as for me, when it comes to MetaTrader 4 trading, I'm gonna leave Bitcoin alone for now. It's just the wise thing to do, you know. Oh, let's go on over to arbitrage real quick. I think I already looked at it. No, sorry. Let me go over to Ripple. Ripple, same thing. Price had dropped down from this sell box, retested this zone right here that I mentioned. That price could definitely go bullish, and it came back to this sell box, which this sell box I'm not really too crazy over for the fibs, because it's just from this high to this low. It's not necessarily an impulse, but price didn't also give any kind of real pullback, so that's why I mapped it out. And hey, if I would have taken the sell right here, I would be at break even and I would be chilling off of this trade. So I can't even say that it was a bad idea. I'm gonna leave the sell box there regardless, just for it to chill there. Price on the 4-hour time frame currently rejecting off of the 4-hour 50 EMA. That could be a sign for price to turn around. I was saying that I was looking at possibly selling Ripple. It's on the 50 EMA on the 1 hour as well. Let me go see what the weekly looks like actually. Yeah, this weekly candle right here is not screaming sell to me. That's my only issue with Ripple. This weekly candle is not screaming sell. This is terrifying for me to see, for me to try to want to sell it. Daily time frame is showing me what? A doji, kind of, basically a doji, yeah. Spinning top, whatever you want to call it. 4 hour and 1 hour again, 50 EMAs are holding, and it's right there. And this is more of based off of arbitrage. That's the reason why I want to get into this sell. 8 minutes until this daily candle closes, and I'm so glad I waited for this daily candle to close before I decided to hop in anything. Okay, so I like seeing a purple candle, and I like seeing when price is holding inside of this upper danger zone. That's what I like to see for a potential risky sell. If I were to try to take this sell, my stop loss is probably going to be above these highs, and that's it. I'm not going to put it above these highs, because although yes, that would be the setup that I would try to play off of the daily time frame, which would look like this. If I were to really try to like be in a swing type of thing and I was able to risk a good amount, then I would probably look for this type of trade. It's not even a 1 to 2. I probably put it down like over here to make it a 1 to 2, and then I would try to trade that and possibly even end up, as the bands contract and all that, probably try to take profits like around right here, which end up making it a 1 to 1.75, which isn't terrible, you know. So some people, they be killing over 1 to 1s. So I'm gonna probably get into this sell again, like I mentioned, and I'm gonna probably play it out like this, and then my stop loss is gonna be literally like at these highs. It's a big move, so use proper risk management. For sure you want to use proper risk management on this type of move. So that's what I'm looking at. These aren't showing that they're trying to drop right now. They're pointing down, but they're pretty, Level Pro and Arbitrage Z, they're pretty high up, so you're gonna want to be careful with those. 4 hour time frame. the 4 hour earlier, it was showing that it was showing signs that it wants to sell, and even I like this level pro, it's still holding underground zero for this potential sell. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely hop into this and take my chances. If price is called for a buy and it's came and retested this, so if price does go bullish, I won't be surprised, because I mean that's my setup. And on the 4 hour, price is even rejecting off of this lower danger zone. So you know, again, if price does end up selling, I won't be surprised because it's my setup. 1 hour time frame called for the sell, and it's about to retrace to the to this RSI line. And what you could do, simply wait for this RSI line to get hit to potentially get into your sell, and wait for the exit, or put your stop loss above these highs. It's kind of the same thing, you know. It's that much of a difference. Let me see how many pip difference it is. I might probably wait for this myself, you know. 578 pips. Hey, that's a pretty good amount. So maybe wait for that to happen for arbitrage users. As you can see, the 1 hour is actually looking like it's gonna go bullish, but again, I'm kind of looking for a bearish market right now. A little bit more, because again, there's huge fear in the market, so I know that there's going to be a lot more people still trying to sell their assets and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. Litecoin came down to my 61.8 Fibonacci that I had mentioned on over the weekend. Sorry. Break to make higher highs, retest, almost came to the 50 EMA. I was still like 269.94 to come for price to come down here, then price to continue going bullish, but it could definitely just hold at the 61.8 and say sayonara. So Litecoin, being a little patient on it, not gonna really try to trade it. The same thing, 4 hours bearish on arbitrage, and price rejected off of this RSI line. So if once I start to see that, it's still at this upper danger zone, so it's anybody's game still. Still anybody's game. Price can still go bullish or can definitely go bearish, but I'm being patient on Litecoin for now. Candles are about to close like in 3 minutes, so we'll see what that's looking like. It's going over to Ethereum. And Ethereum did the digital dash too, guys. Like, I was like, dang. I was looking surprised. And so I wanted to get Ethereum to come down to 2,768, because that's when I'll start to dollar cost average. Like, I'll start to invest in this into Ethereum multiple times. Even if price were to come down here, I go ahead and invest, like, let's say $100, right? Then price drops even lower to like 698. Then I add even probably price drops to 698. I'm putting like $300 instead of $100. Just an FYI. But you know, like, just dollar cost averaging so that my money can grow over time, whether this is dropping or prices, you know, or if price is going higher. So we're gonna see what Ethereum has in store for us, but I like price coming down to 2,761 for sure, and then possibly going bullish from there. Because again, like I said, I am not positive that this bull run is finished, but corrections are due, you know? Corrections are due, and I always like to keep those in hindsight. It's going over to arbitrage, 30-minute time frame. Nothing crazy. All of those are bearish. 4 hours bearish. Daily time frame is nowhere near here yet. So that could be okay, cool. It's still looking bullish on Ethereum. So there is those cryptos. All right, GU. Let us look at GU. All right. Overall, from this high that GU had made back in I can't even see because of this thing. Back in February, price had dropped down to this low, and then now it came back up. This fib that it retraced back up to, it respected it, question mark? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure on the weekly or on the monthly time frame it respected it. Sure. Let me see. Yeah, it left the wick up here, so it definitely respected this. Anybody can say that. Honestly, I'm not trying to sell, or I'm not even trying to touch the GBPs right now because they just look very bullish. I would definitely love for GU to fall, and if it was going to fall, I would sell it right where it's at right now. But that would be for a very long trade, and like I said, it's just very bullish. So if you are trying to sell it, I just want to put it right there. So if you are trying to sell it, then it's like good luck with that, you know. Daily time frame. I like the candlestick pattern. It's not the best looking one, but I like this bearish engulfing. Looks like the evening star possibility. 4-hour time frame. Price jump bounced off of the 50 EMA from this high to this low. I like the stop hunt look that this gave. Let me see what the volume's looking like now. Off of this, I like this a lot of volume on this bearish candle. Retracing 61.8. Yeah, if price could come up to 1.41215, that would be my ideal entry for a possible sell, and then stop loss just above those highs. So yeah, I like this. I like this GU sell right there. Would be fine. So this is how I would have it. One right over here for London session to possibly get you in. Stop loss right at those highs. Boom. That's a good 1-to-3 risk reward ratio trade for me, personally speaking. It's just, and the only reason why I feel that way is because I've been watching this trade and I've been like, okay, this is what I really want to see for a possible next move up. If price could come back down to like the 71% fib at 1.39641 or anything like that. But that is some other talk. Let's go over to arbitrage. Daily time frame, extremely bullish. 4-hour time frame. I hate when the bands do this. So it called for a sell right here because the compass line is under the RSI line, but this could definitely still go bullish. So again, it's kind of risky if you want to try to get into a sell. Maybe wait for that little stop hunt for London session and then get in. 1-hour time frame is holding above this upper danger zone, so it could literally just hold here and then fall, like continue pushing to the downside. But again, it's just depending on what you're looking for. My bias is for it to continue going to the downside, personally. So that is for GBPUSD. Let's go on over to GA. Well, this looks interesting. So I had mentioned that I wanted to see GA pop up to the upside, drop down, then retest and continue falling. Now, it's kind of doing that, but not the way how I wanted it. I wanted it to break this low. I wanted it to break this support that it's at, and then keep dropping. But you know, you don't always get what you want. Personally, to me, GA just looks bullish, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. I wanted to get out of this zone. I just really wanted to get out of this box, like just do something out of here. Once it makes its decision, then I'll look to trade it. But until then, I'm leaving it alone. GBPJPY. Why you gotta be such a hater? That was kind of loud. I'm changing this song. Oh, I forgot I can't. I thought it was Spotify. That's funny. Okay. GBPJPY making higher highs. I am not going to try to touch this. That weekly time frame is scary. And just let it do its thing. I don't know. I remember a couple months ago that I mentioned that, oh, price can very well come back up here and then touch these highs. I didn't think it was going to happen, but here we are. So, no, I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to try to trade it. I'm not going to try to do anything with it. Just going to let it do its thing. It's kind of like when Nas be on its, or not Nas, like the US indices, when they're doing, like making higher highs, I'm just going to leave it alone. It's not for me. So, yeah. That's for GJ. Only thing that I would say about it, long term, if this is where it's gonna stop at, and if it's gonna keep going bullish. I don't know if it is or not. I would look to get it at 150.591. Last but not least, EURGBP. All right, let's see what EURGBP did, because I didn't look at it at all last week. Okay, so price came to the 61.8, wicked it, pushed to the upside, never came back. That's gnarly. I would have loved the retest before price going in, kept making higher highs, but that's okay. You don't get everything, right? Yeah, EURGBP. I don't have a move for it. I think it's just gonna keep going bullish. It is at this support, but I mean, again, I just think it's gonna keep going bullish. I could be wrong, but I don't have a trade set up for it, and I would have to wait for price to really do some movement before I could make a possible trade on it personally. Arbitrage. Let's see if we have anything here. 1 hour time frame, bullish. 4 hour time frame. Okay, this is something I could work with. You see, it bounced off of this lower danger zone right here. So, hold up. I ain't got no music. I need it on. Okay. All right. So what I would say with EURGBP, once it calls for a buy, if it gives you that retracement, take it. Go ahead and keep going with the buy. But until then, I'm going to wait on it and EG on the... Oh, wow, this hasn't called for the sell yet. That's interesting. I know it's on the daily. I don't like where it's at necessarily, but it might keep going bullish because of Level Pro and Arbitrage Z. I'm going to have to wait for EG. Same thing. I'm going to have to wait. If it's going to make that break and retest for a buy, I'll get in. But if it's going to call for a sell on the daily, maybe I won't. You know, who knows? We'll see. Other than all of that, is there any questions, guys? Let me go ahead and go back to that greed index real quick. Okay, fear is at 27, which is funny because prices dropped more, but I guess it's because it rebounded after it dropped. It gave you a 20. It's giving a 27, but still, yeah. Any questions, guys? Let me go ahead and look at Ripple, how it closed. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting in this. Let me just look at these other trades that I said I was gonna get. So I'm getting it on Ripple. Let me see what SPX is doing. Okay. Still doing this thing. Nothing crazy. USHF, a little bit away from entry. That's good. It's not terrible. EU, man, I might get into this again. I'll make the decision when I get in my MT4. And if there's no other questions, then thank you guys for hopping on. I do appreciate it. I will be posting the replay and everything very shortly. And let's make some money, y'all. Later.